Welcome to another P-Load tutorial, my second one ever. This tutorial is about Kick and making Kick video shout out, as well as Kick Be Right Back Highlight Reel for OBS. This is using OBS Studio and the Streamer.bot. So I'm assuming that all of you know how to use Streamer.bot and OBS Studio. I'm going to make that assumption. And if you don't know how to use OBS Studio or Streamer.bot, I highly recommend you check out these guys right here. Gael Level and Nutty. They have tutorials on how to use OBS Studio and Streamer.bot. These are the guys I use to learn how to do everything. So yeah, Gael Level. I also want to give out a shout out to Vlad, or BRF Lad. I'm not sure how you say it. He made the original video shout out for Twitch, and everything that I'm using right now is based off of what I learned from his tutorial. So this is the origin of where it begins, right? And I added a few bells and whistles to it. So check that out, especially if you're a Twitch user. It still holds up and it's still viable today. So basically what I'm going to show you how to make today is the shout out. I'm actually going to try to build that right now. Simple one. And a Be Right Back highlight screen that plays random clips from your own channel as a highlight reel. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let me show you a few examples. Here's the shout out. This is a Kick video shout out. It's working like it should. Plays a video clip. You want to know how I do it? Stay tuned, like and subscribe, hit a comment up. So first, this will be an example of the Be Right Back scene change that plays random clips in a highlight. So in OBS, you're going to switch to your Be Right Back scene like this. 3, 2, 1.
That's it. That's the part right there we're gonna have to work on. Easiest win.
30 seconds left.
Garage. Flashing. It's over. It's over.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Come on, flank. I'm on flank. Let's go.
Defenders win.
Go. All right. Figure something, man. Something. And somehow I just happened to make 13. So that was hilarious, man. This game is something else. Y'all just make sure to thank T-Baby for this chaos.
I'm going to start with trying to build the big shout out for OBS, which will be activated by here, my shoutouts. The shoutouts are 2 actions. It's just a failed shout out and the Kick shout out. This is based off of a BRF Lads tutorial. And I could go through all of this, but I'm going to keep it simple. What we need to do, you can change the names. You can change the names for these, but we need to build a scene for the profile picture We need to build a scene for the shout out clip. We need to build a scene for the shout out alert. You're going to need a browser file, which I will provide. I'm going to provide everything so that it's going to be downloadable. You're going to need the shout out HTML. Okay. So next in OBS, let's start having a little fun, shall we? This is raw and uncut like ODB. So this is crazy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this. You can set your layout any way you like. All right. I'm trying to get rid of this. So go to docs, scene transitions, just turn that off. Audio mixer. We actually want our scenes to be down here. And we want our sources to be down here as well. So we got scenes, sources, the audio mixer we want to be, what is going on here? Why is it tabbed up? All right, here we go. We want our audio mixer to be here. Okay, go ahead and play with your OBS if you're using it for the first time. This is generally how I have mine laid out. The first thing we're going to work on the shout out first. So what we want to do is make a new scene. We're going to call this, what are we going to call it? We're going to call it, all right, we're going to call this scene shout out alert. If you're going to use my actions and stuff, you got to use the same names. So we have a new scene called shout out alert, right? And inside of shout out alert, we need to create several things. We're going to add, I guess the first thing we do is add a browser source for the profile picture. So we're going to call this profile pic. This will show the profile picture of the person you're shouting out. And we want it to be 300 by 300. So we got that. That's all we need for that. And then we need to add, what do we need to add? What is it? So in my original one, I'm using images, but I'm going to try to actually build this in the game. I mean, in the OBS. So I'm going to go with color. So I'm going to go with color. And I'm going to go with kind of yellowy orange. Kind of yellowy orange. Okay. We're going to make the width 1200. And since our avatar is 300, we're going to make this something like 350. 350. Nice. Doesn't matter. You can center it. I forgot how to center. You can look in here. Center to screen. Boom. You could do this. I'm going to move this up. Actually, I'm going to put that up and in here like that. Boom. That's all you need, right? Now we're going to add some text. And in my action, the text is called, okay. I call it shout text. So we're going to create a text source. We'll call it shout text. I think that's what I'm calling it. So we call it shout text. Boom. We're going to call this, I'm going to use my homie's name here. We can select a font, something cool. I don't know. I don't have any. What's this? Chiller. My homie is into horror movies, so maybe Chiller. Yeah, that looks kind of dope, right? And okay, go ahead and resize it. Bada boom, bada bing. Sigma the Majestic. We could do cool stuff with this too. But one thing we need to do is, what was it? We have to go to properties, and I forgot, what was it? There's one setting we need to add, and I can't remember what it was. Was it transform? No, order, resize, output, blending method, scale. Yeah, it should be in filters. No, not filters. Should be in properties, but I can't find it. What I'm looking for is how to keep it within the same size, no matter how long or big the name is. For some reason, I can't remember where that setting is at. Text transform. Text to transform none. What we want is, I don't know. That's not it either. Yeah. Alignment top. However, I'm still not finding the thing that I want here. Hold on. All right. It looks like we can hit Control E. Control E. There we go. Edit transform for Shoutout. Edit transform for shout text. So it's Control E. And what we want to select here is maximum size only. So no matter what the size of the name is, it will always be this size. So we can arrange this. We're going to add another text. We're just going to call this shoutouts to. We're going to select the font. Agency. What's this? Black Adder. Nah, we want something simple. Big system. Shout out to. Oh, I can't see it. Let's see. Shout out to. Okay. Color white. How come I can't see it? Let's see. What's going on here? What's going on? You guys watching me in real time. I'm not going to do anything. What the? Why is the height so crazy? All right, let's delete that. I don't know what I did. So we're going to add another text. We'll call it Shoutout. Shoutout to. Now it's working. Okay, Shoutout to. And change the font to, what was it? Change the font. I like Noto, actually. Noto Georgian. I like Georgian because when I make trading card games, I use this font. Yeah, okay, we're good. Nice. I feel like I want to add another box. Shout out to. Let's add another box. What goes good with yellow? Let's call this red. We're gonna go. I really want like a burnt sienna. So, yeah, something like this, a little lighter. All right. I didn't put any. I didn't really put any coordinates in, so I'm gonna do it freestyle using Shift. Hold Shift, and we can adjust like this using Shift. What you think? Shout out to. I don't like the. Yeah. So I don't like the colon. Where is it? I don't like the colon here, so we're gonna. How's that? Shout out to Sigma the Majestic. I think we're gonna group these together. All right, now we can have a little bit of fun. What we're gonna do now is, I don't know. Shoutouts to the. Nah, shoutouts to. Built it all in OBS, and we can make it funky now with our OBS plugins. Do I have plugins? This is my portable version. If I don't have any plugins, this is a special OBS I'm using just for this tutorial. And I may not have the plugins. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I do. No, these are the default plugins. However, if you use the plugins, you can do even more stuff. What should I do? Should I install the plugins? All right, I'm gonna try to install the plugins real quick and see if it's possible. All right, we're back. I installed the plugins, so let's get right into it, shall we? turn myself off. All right. So what we want to do is we have, I'm not sure. I want to move this like this. Okay, so with the plugins, and I highly recommend getting these plugins. You're going to go to filter, add user defined shader, and then load shader from text file here. Browse my old man eyes. I'm going to look for something called rounded corners. I just saw it. Rounded rectangle 2 shader. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounded stuff. So I'm going to go with this one. Boom. I love it. Border thickness 0. Okay. And you can play around with that however you want. I feel like we don't even need this. Maybe make this smaller. However, we want to add user defined shader, load shader from text file. There are 2. I'm gonna try this one first. That looks dope already. And you know what? I'm gonna add what we do is we'll rename this to circle mask. In my OBS, these are all done with other images, so this is probably better. And we're gonna add. We don't even need to add. We're gonna add a shader or a shadow. Choose dual Kawase. Hey, I don't know. It might be cool. Actually, the shadow looks kind of funky, right? Let's see. Maybe I can trim these little white areas with using hold Alt, and if you drag, you can crop. That looks kind of funky. Let's see. Not the properties. Let's go back to filters. Circle mask filter, or do we use? How about circle shader? Not really. No real difference, right? Circle mask filter shader. I'm kind of curious of what this clock analog shader is. I mean, that's kind of dope too, right? But no, we don't want that. Yeah, circle mask. I don't like these white lines though. Let's see. We maybe play with the radius. There you go. Boom. Let's see. Let me take this. And shout out. Let's call this rename to shout out. Shout out to. Oh yeah, I like it. And then we can add rounded corners to this. Load shader filter file. Just curious what this does. Just curious. Doesn't look like it does anything. So anyway, we want to add another. We want to make it rounded rectangular 2 shader. Let's try something different. I don't see anything changing. Yeah, that's not what we wanted. Rectangular 2, rounded rectangular 2 is not what we wanted. Go with the same one we used last time. That looks kind of ugly. Let's see. All right, what do we want to do here? I really don't like it. What's going on? You know what? In the end, we don't need the red. This is dope as it is, right? Let's make that a little bigger. Give it a shadow. Shadow might be a plugin, so look that up. Do Kawase. Make it pretty big. And make this smaller. Bada boom, bada bing. I love it. That took a long time, man. Sorry, but it was real time. All right. So I just moved a few things around the order. So we got yellow, shadow text. This is the name. We got the profile pic and the shoutouts to here, right? Okay, that's finished. Almost forgot for the shoutout clip, the video part, right? So what we're gonna do is group all of this together because we like what we got, right? I don't know. You can call this whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it shout out base. It doesn't matter what you call this. I'm just grouping it together because I forgot something very important for this. We need to add the clip because it's a video shout out, right? So we need to add something called, we need to add the shout out clip. Which is a browser source. So we need to add a browser source. And this, you're going to need the HTML file that I will provide, which is called Shoutout HTML. So go ahead and call this shout out. Each version is, check the capitalization. This is just how I did it. I don't know why. Because sake. I'm the original drunk monk. So anyway, go ahead and create the shout out clip. The browser source is going to be this, which I will provide. For me, it's Blueface B stream trinkets shoutout HTML. The size is 800 by 450. Of course, you can change all of this. FPS was 30. I might bump it up. Use custom frame rates, control audio via OBS. Shut down source when not visible. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. Go ahead and hit all that. Okay. So you got this. And I have a border around mine, but we're going to do it like that. I think this size is good. And then, you know how we do. We're going to add the filter, user define, load from text file. I think we just want to add a border. I'm not sure which one. You can play around with it. I'm going to go with border shader. I don't know what it does. You're learning just like I'm learning. Can't really see anything. I don't know. But anyway, we'll just leave it like that. And the shoutout scene is complete. The shoutout scene is complete. So, all right. I'm pretty deep in my cups now. We finished the shoutout scenes for OBS. Now, we're going to make the highlight reel. For the highlight reel, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new scene. The new scene has to be called BRB. So, BRB. Be right back. And in here, we just need an image. We're going to call it Be Right Back image. I mean, you can call this whatever you want. I'll provide this image in my download section. But let me find it. This is in Blueface Beast. All Men Are Brothers. Backup. Streaming graphics. No. Yeah, streaming graphics. No, not streaming graphics. Blueface Beast. Yeah, streaming graphics. BRB standby. And BRB mid. Boom. We're gonna make it big. Maybe even bigger. Actually, let's crop it We'll crop it like that and make it even bigger. Crop it a little bit more. You can do this as you like. Boom. So this is going to be our highlight reel. It's going to play in the TV. Actually, I feel like I want to zoom it up a little even more. And then crop, I don't know, zoom it up a little bit more. And crop it. Like I said, you can play with this as much as you like. If you hold control, you can move it a little more freely. If you don't hold control, it's going to snap. All right. Go ahead and lock this in. Boom. You don't need to see my mug anymore. So go ahead and lock in the Be Right Back image. The next thing you need to create is, well, let me show you. So what you need to do is create a new scene called BRB. And then we're going to create 3 sources. We already got the Be Right Back image. Go ahead and set that up. I'll give you this image if you like it. You can use whatever you want. You need to create a news source, which is a browser clip, a browser source. You want to name this BRB clip browser. I would say you can name it whatever you want, but I advise you name it the way I named it. And for this source, you're going to want it to be how much? Yeah, whatever your monitor is. So mine is 1920 by 1080. And you're going to want it to be controlled by OBS. You also want it shut down. You also want it to be shut down when the source is not visible. And then hit OK. Boom. And you want this under your Be Right Back image. And you want to fit it into your little TV screen here. Something like that. Maybe a little bigger. Yeah, you can play around with it the way you want. And I actually added a filter to this, which was a user-defined shader. This is one of the most best, awesome plugins you can get for OBS because it has everything. And for this, you want to add the corner pin shader. I don't know why I have 2. Let's try the 6 kilobyte one. I mean, you can play around how you want it. Top left Y. Top left right X. Top right Y. I'll leave that. Bottom left X. Maybe pull it a little bit. I don't know. Pull that in. Yeah, we're gonna pull that in. This we're gonna leave. This we're going to leave like that. Leave this one like that. Bottom right X. Yeah, we leave that like that. I don't know. Top right Y. Boom. I'm gonna go redo my original one. Push it up a little bit. Lock it in. Boom. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back. Yeah. Actually, we're still here. I forgot a step. So for the Be Right Back clip browser, you got to use the file that I will include in the download, which is, for me, the BRB HTML. Wherever you are saving your file, please set it to that. But everything else is the same. Width, height. Actually, let's use the custom frame rate to 60. Okay, boom. And the highlight reel is finished. Well, let me show you. So, for the highlight reel, we have 3 actions. Right here, Be Right Back highlight reel. We have 3 actions. The Be Right Back random kick clip. The Be Right Back start kick clips. And the main kick Be Right Back clip core. So, as you can see, it's already named for Segmented Majestic, but you're going to have to change this to whatever your name is for your kick account, okay? That's very important. You also have to set up your own HTML, which I will provide, so don't worry. The Be Right Back highlight reel. You want the Be Right Back image, I'll give it to you. Please like and subscribe, man. I like this image so much. I thought it was kind of dope. So if you use it, hit me up. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Instagram, whatever. I don't care. You also need the Be Right Back click browser. And for this, you need the Be Right Back BRB HTML. I'm going to provide all of this. Maybe I'm going to make a GitHub site for this, for my files. Usually I just put it on Google though, but we'll see. Getting kind of deep in this, so about to call it a wrap. So this is all you need for OBS. I will add these. I'm gonna go ahead and delete it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and delete these so you can figure out how to do it. So if I delete all of these, you're gonna have your Kick plugin. Please have that set up. What you're gonna do to use my programming and codes, you're going to go to import, take the files that I'm going to provide in the description. Let's see, where is it? Import. You're going to click import. This screen is going to pop up. You're going to take the files that you downloaded from me, drag in here. It's going to give you all of this. I promise you, I'm a good dude. I'm a Shaolin Taoist monk. I'm all about love and peace, so don't worry. It's going to give you a warning, but don't worry about it. Click the import. It's going to ask you again. I promise you, I love you. So don't worry. Just hit yes and hit yes again. Boom. You're going to get the shoutouts. It's two files here. You can see you got the action. This action, I break for bots. This is the I break for bots. And this is the code I can show you right now. So actually, I have a text file called bots text saved in Streamer.bot folder, data 2 folder, with a list of bots that I use that I don't want triggering anything. All right, I can't remember, but I think it might have been this guy who I used.
Hey everybody, it's Flair. I had a question
Blair.
earlier about how to ignore bots. For
How to ignore
particular
bots
actions in
for particular
Streamer.bot.
actions.
I
So
put
check him
together
out.
an action that you can use as a sub action in your other things to ignore any of a list of bots based on a trigger or an event that occurs or whatever. You have an action that runs and you only want it to run for actual people instead of all the bots that are in your channel. In my case,
So there you go. I listened to this dude. I think this is the guy I used. Again, I'll put that information into the description as well. For you guys, this is my actual streamer bot. As you can see, I'm using 1.04. And you can see I have 1,000 actions here. And for the shoutout, kick shoutout, my trigger is this custom code event. So you can just go to add core. Okay, so it's in, where is it? So the trigger is in custom kick commands. And these are all my commands here. To make a command, come over here to commands and just create your command in here. You know the usual command, ISO, right? I'm not going to do it because I already have it. Where is it? Right here. So you're going to name it ISO. Then this is the name. This is the actual command. Ignore bot count. Ignore internal messages. Blah 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 blah. You know how to set it up. If not, check out those other guys. They're going to tell you how to do it much better than I can. My official one, we have ISO here. Then go to actions, shoutouts, kick shoutout, trigger, custom code event. You got it right here. You can add custom kick commands. When you set up your commands, they're going to all be here. So you can see KickBot, ISO. You're going to choose that one. Boom. Just set it up twice. But anyway, I'm going to delete that one. Okay. So you're going to set that up here. You're going to go back to import. You're going to download the files I gave you for the Kick BRB Highlight Reel. Drag it into here. Bada boom, bada bing. Once again, I'm not trying to set you up, so just import it. Click yes twice. And you'll see BRB Highlight Reel here. Bada boom, bada bing. It's 3 actions. The first action is play random kick clip. Everyone should be okay, but if you don't have WebSocket turned on, then enable these 3. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Be right back. Start kick clips. This is a code, which is it's an action to play the play random kick clip, which is this. And then we have the core. This is what's actually going to play it. And you're going to need this file right here, which I'm going to give you. I don't know why it's disabled for me. But anyway. It says set global. You don't really have to. You can enable this or disable this. I got it disabled and it still works. But anyway, when you import all of this, you're going to have these 3 actions and you're good to go. Especially if you named everything the way I named it. So you have to be right back. Something very important. I know I'm getting kind of crazy. This is my, okay. Something very important in the shoutouts. You got to change this target name to your channel, your user ID. The reason why I'm using Secret Majestic is because he's my homeboy, and actually I didn't have any kick clips. That is the most important. Change this. Yep. Change this target username to whatever your channel is. And make sure you have clips, because if you don't have clips, then it's a bust. For the shoutouts, oh yeah, the shoutout is here. So we got the KickBot ISO, right? I don't know why it suddenly showed up, but anyway, it's here. Nothing specifically to change except here. Yeah, I don't know why this is disabled over here. So I'm gonna enable that and save it again, maybe. I don't know why it was disabled, but you need that enabled. So I will save these again. Let's see, we're gonna save these 3 actions to export. We're gonna call it Highlight Reel. Export the file. Desktop, we're gonna call it Kick BRB Highlight Reel. Overwrite, yes. Okay, yes. All right. And I mean, that's it. I'll provide all the files you need. And then all you have to do is download them. Be right back. Highlight Reel, 3 action, shout out. And then OBS. Make sure you make the shout out alert. That's kind of dope. I'm almost willing to change mine back to this. Put these 2 scenes into your OBS. Clone them into your main scene. Let me explain a little something how it works. This is going to set the browser source URL to the profile pic, which is this. For Kick, it has to be target user profile image URL %. The source is profile pic. The scene is shoutout alert. The connection is default. This is your default OBS scene, shoutout alert, right? Source, profile pic. URL. This is coming from Kick. So it's going to do all that. It's going to make the shoutout clip visible right here. So you can actually turn this off. You can have a default off, because this shoutout clip, shoutout alert visible. Sorry, you can delete this one. All right. So it's going to make your shoutout clip visible, right? And it's going to set the scene to shoutout alert. So you want to clone shoutout alert. Okay, I said you needed to clone the scene. Let me show you actually how to do that. So whatever your main scene is with your game and all that set up, create that scene. And once you have that scene, you want to go into sources, hit the plus, go to source clone. This is actually another plugin, maybe. So I'll be sure to add that into the description as well. Hit source clone. You're going to I'm not going to add existing because I don't have any. Create new. You're going to do be right back, or you're going to do the be right back and or shout out alert. Eventually you want to do both. So you want to do something like be right back clone, right? And then you want the clone type to be source, and then look for your BRB. And this is going to bring it into your main scene, and you have your clone here. And that's that. Peace. All right, let's get back to it. Then it's going to set the browser source to shoutout clip, which is from Kick. And then it's going to make the shoutout alert visible. Then it's going to set the browser to the shoutout HTML that I'm going to give you. Then it's going to play. It's going to get the clips, play the random clip. It's going to run it. After it runs, it's going to hide the shoutout alert. And it's going to hide the shoutout clip. So what you want to do is and for the be right back, same deal. Set it up the way we set it up. We got 3 actions, but what's going to happen is here. It's going to set up this, be right back. It's going to get the user, which right now is Sigma, the Majestic, but you can change that to your channel. Never mind all of these. It's going to do the same thing to get clips. And this, the way this URL works, it's going to keep pulling more clips automatically until you change from this scene back to another scene. So I know it got kind of funky near the end, but it's really simple. I hope you can work it out. It's really easy. Just copy whatever I did. I'm going to provide everything. So knock yourself out with that. And if you like it and use it, please give me the props and the people I got the props from that I gave props to. So spread the knowledge. I'm 50 years old. I'm not trying to blow up or anything. This is just a hobby of mine. So no sweat, no tears. It's just all love, all peace. The Blueface Beast, Young Z, aka Kilo, the skillful abbot, coming to you from Japan. And hope this works out well for you. Peace and love. Cheers. Thanks for watching.